Hello guys and welcome to today's daily puzzle Royal Squeeze. Let's get right to it. So what do I see? Well, I see a pawn that we can't immediately stop without throwing the game. Because let's say we used our knight to take the pawn after it moves, well then obviously the king can take the knight, and with just a king bishop we can't really win. So what options does it leave us with? Well, it does leave us with the option of sacrificing the bishop, because sure, knight king can't win, but knight king against king pawn actually can, especially at the side of the board. So let's see how we can do this. And first off, I am going to limit the options their king has, because at the moment he can't move in a few directions already. So let's limit them some more. Now, obviously, since the king is very limited, if they don't simply want to lose against us and lose their pawn in a few moves, then they have to move the pawn. At which point we can actually start applying some pressure by sacrificing our bishop. Obviously they will take, but by doing so they do enable our king to slide in and actually lock the king into two squares. Now, however, we have to do some calculations, because it might be very tempting to move our knight over here and say, well, that wins us at least a draw once they move their pawn, as it would be their only legal move. However, after that, it would simply be a tie, and I actually want to win. So instead of moving our knight over there, we actually are going to move our knight away from the situation, forcing the king to move up, or alternatively, they could move their king down, but or rather their pawn, but then we would have checkmate on the spot. Now, we can't simply give a check, so we need to stall a bit more, forcing them to move down. And now finally we can bring our knight down once more, as this prevents the king from moving up, forcing them to move their pawn down, after which our knight can safely slide up, delivering the check and mate. There we go. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.